He remembers Charlton Heston.
I can part the Red Sea, but I can't part with you.
His legendary movies, as Hollywood remembers the icon.
I love you very much.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mary Hart.
And I'm Mark Steinis. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight.
Exclusive.
The passing of movie legend Charlton Heston.
To the Hollywood community, certainly, I think he's considered one of their own, so he'll be missed. But I'm sure he'll be obviously the most missed by his family.
One of Heston's final interviews was right here, and we'll have that for you coming up in our story from Stage 28.
But first, a party for
The death of legendary actor Charlton Heston. We've been with him through the years and have one of his last known interviews in this story from Stage 28.
My dear friends, colleagues, and fans, my physicians have recently told me I may have a neurological disorder whose symptoms are consistent with Alzheimer's disease.
August 2002, the Hollywood legend reveals startling and sad news. Just 3 weeks earlier, he gave us this interview, perhaps his last, as he arrived to celebrate 75 years of Paramount Pictures, where he made his first blockbuster, the 1952 circus epic, The Greatest Show on Earth.
I was pretty green, but I was smart enough to know that this was an important place to work.
Behold his mighty hand.
By 1956, he was parting the Red Sea as Moses in the Ten Commandments. And in 1959, he took the title role in Ben-Hur. The famous chariot race was physically demanding, but Heston told Leonard Maltin that Planet of the Apes required even more.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape.
It really wasn't a pleasant day's work, I'll tell you that.
You earned your keep.
Yes, I did. I earned my money.
Now Hollywood is mourning his loss. Kirk Douglas had these words for Hollywood.tv.
You were a friend of mine, and I love you very much.
And longtime friend Nancy Reagan released this statement. He was one of Ronnie's and my dearest friends. I will never forget Chuck as a hero on the big screen in the roles he played, but more importantly, I considered him a hero in life.
He's legendary. I grew up with my dad. That was like a favorite thing to do, to watch his movies. I mean, he was a wonderful actor.
He was a longtime fighter for civil rights and president of both the Screen Actors Guild and the National Rifle Association. Charlton Heston was 84 years old.
I'm grateful beyond measure. My life has been blessed with good fortune.
One of a kind and a terrific actor, but even so, Charlton Heston actually won just one Oscar during his lifetime for Ben-Hur. We'll be right back.
Heston moment. Heston, who died Saturday night at the age of 84, appeared in the original Planet of the Apes, as well as over 70 films. Today, we pay tribute to the man not just for his amazing Hollywood career, but for his other rare Hollywood achievement, a lasting love affair.
Is it true that the very first date you went on was with your wife?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How nice to hear that. How romantic.
Yeah, well, you got to pick the right girl in the first place.
You did. You
Yeah,
picked really well.
Yeah, I think so.
It may be Hollywood's greatest love story. Lydia Clark and Charlton Heston were nearly inseparable for 64 years. The two met as students at Northwestern University, and they married in 1944.
In a world in Hollywood where there are so many divorces, what has been your secret between the two of you?
Well, I remember when we celebrated our 50th anniversary, obviously there was a great deal of brouhaha about it, and went on the morning talk shows and all that stuff, because golden anniversaries are not common in this town. And in one of them, the hostess said, now, Lydia, tell me, just between the two of us, did you never, even briefly, consider divorce? And he said, divorce, never. Murder, often.
It's fitting that a man with a storied marriage would play some of the most storied characters in history, including, of course, Moses in the Ten Commandments.
Let my people go.
A significant figure, a great part, and a lasting film, a permanent film.
In 1959, Heston closed out his first decade in Hollywood, playing the title role of the fabled Christian convert in Ben-Hur.
With Ben-Hur, I thought, I'd done all my research on first century Rome and first century Judea for other parts. So why don't I just be me in that period? And I was, and it worked out.
It worked out very well, especially on Oscar night 1960 when Heston won for Best Actor.
Charlton Heston, Ben-Hur.
Your life, once in a day and a time in Hollywood, where we see so many different scandals, your life has been scandal-free. You never hear anything bad about Charlton Heston. How have you managed to stay above the fray?
I don't know, working a lot, I guess. And I have a good family to whom I am devoted and lucky to get to do so many parts that I wanted to do.
On the next Access segment tonight, actor Charlton Heston died over the weekend. He was 84 and had Alzheimer's. Shortly after his death, the far-left hate machine roared into action. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, a look at the actor's life and career.
Behold his mighty hand.
You used to be a soldier. Do you know what you're saying?
I know what I'm saying. I'm saying if you kill that boy, that's the beginning of it and not the end.
You're wearing out, Ben. You were a rock once, now you're crumbling like old chalk. Lieutenant, select a firing squad by lot.
Can you get me a jackhammer and a bolt cutter?
Here's a jackhammer and a rubber bullet.
Look, I think there's some people alive in there, and I'm going to try and get them out.
Well, nobody else is. And you can't do it all alone.
Yeah, I won't be alone. He's coming with me.
Tell me his exact words.
He would not release the men and the children.
What does the king expect I'd do? That I would let my wife and children die in his dungeons?
No. He hopes you will march on Burgos to rescue her.
Burgos? Well then, shall we disappoint our king? Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
You gave me this staff to rule over scorpions and serpents, but God made it a rod to rule over kings. Hear his word, Ramses, and obey.